Welcome back, everybody. Insanity Check here. Ken, minus Skillet Sauce, and Dino on the controls. Again, if you'd like to contact us, we are at Facebook at Insanity Check. You can tweet to us at Insanity Check 12. You can watch these shows in their enhanced form on our YouTube channel, Insanity Check Radio, and you can also join our circles on our Google Plus page, Insanity Check. During the break, I was received the call and was corrected. I claimed Munchausen syndrome, which, you know, as actually these are people who like to hurt themselves for the attention or hurt others for the attention. Oh no, that's Munchausen by proxy. But it was actually Stockholm syndrome for the last story that we just did about the three chicks who couldn't manage to figure a way to get out of some dude's house for 10 years in a in a neighborhood filled with people. People next door, across the street, people. I claim Stockholm syndrome, which is, of course, when the people become sympathetic or grow an attachment to their captors and, in effect, don't really want to leave, which is a pretty good explanation of why these chicks couldn't get out of a house for 10 years with there's people around. But we'll see. Speaking of my favorite topic, people, you may have heard on this show before, particularly by me, and not too long ago, as a matter of fact, you know, the discussions of cannibalism. It's one of the taboos of our society. You're not supposed to eat other people. In general, yes, if you eat someone else, it'll hurt. If you manage to give them some sort of pain suppressor, then, you know, they'll feel it later, or they'll be missing something, or won't be able to function normally as they would had you not taken a chunk out of them. And of course, worst of all, you eat the wrong thing, or you just going for broke, you're going to kill somebody. Generally not a good thing to do. However, as a tenet of being a good human, I'm not really down with it. Just like I'm not down with not eating dogs and horses and all the shit that we're not supposed to eat because it's just so wrong and terrible. It's a little Scruffy. Fuck Scruffy. I mean, you know, Scruffy's lucky we have chickens and cows. Or else, yeah, Scruffy would be seasoned with your favorite hot sauce. But apparently cannibalism is not just relegated for the, you know, the savage Africans or the, you know, the Congo Basin and things of that nature. It's been going on for a long time. Article I'm reading here, the first cannibals ate each other for extra nutrition. So this wasn't even a simple, oh, we're starving and we just need to eat or else we're going to die. They're like, you know what? People's got some shit in them. It tasted good last week. Let's try them again this week. The world's first known cannibals ate each other to satisfy their nutritional needs. The cannibals belong to the species of Homo antecessor, related to both Neanderthals and modern humans. Homo antecessor appears to have preyed on competing groups, treating victims like they would any other meat source. Because, you know, in effect, that's really what we are, any other meat source. The world's first known human cannibals ate each other to satisfy their nutritional needs, concludes the new study of the remains of cannibal feasts consumed about 1 million years ago. Humans as food determination negates other possibilities such as cannibalism for ritual's sake or cannibalism due to starvation. And this is the oldest known case of humans eating humans. Other food was available to the diners, but the human flesh was just part of their their meat mix. So, you know, did they wait till someone was old and feeble? Personally, I wouldn't do that because, well, maybe old and feeble. Sickly, because then you're eating all the, you know, the crap that's in them. But this actually is related to another story that's near and dear to the hearts of the apple pie eating and flag waving Americans. Apparently, the first permanent British settlers in North America turned to cannibalism in order to survive harsh conditions. Now, this is different from just, you know, thinking that Sheila tastes good. They actually had to eat people to help them survive. Excavated last year from the dump at James Fort in Jamestown, Virginia, the fragmented remains belong to a 14-year-old girl and date back to the starving time winter of 1609 to 1610 when 3/4 of the colonists died. found with several butchered horse and dog bones. See? Horse and dog. The skeletal remains a tibia, which is a shin bone, and a skull featured a series of marks that provide grisly evidence of the dead girl becoming food for the starving colonists. Ooh. Now, colonists, these are, they fled from England for religious freedom. And so you have to assume that they were kind of, holy, or at least I'm sure they thought that you shouldn't be eating people because it's just not, a godly thing to do. But look, when the time comes, the time comes. Apparently this was a hardcore period for them. Apparently 300 English settlers lived in James Fort in the winter of 1609. Only about 60 survived to the spring. So, come on. I mean, you're not going to chomp down on someone who...
What about the people in that, the airplane crashed and landed in Alaska, and they had to eat each other to survive, and only like 3-4 people survived. It was like a soccer team and a whole bunch of other people was on the airplane. Like,
I'm not sure that was Alaska, but yeah, it was
somewhere in Antarctica. Somewhere it was cold and freezing.
I forgot that was that the Donner Party? I believe that was. Let's see. The Donner Party. Oh, it was Sierra Nevada. Oh, no, that was way back when. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, I mean, but same thing. Yeah, they hit the mountain, plane went boom, and yeah, they had to snack on their. I mean, they probably started with the dead people first.
Yeah, they started with the injured people that got hurt and then died, started eating them. And the ones that froze to death, they started eating them. And then, I don't know what happened after that. Maybe the little ones went first.
And, and that's the, excuse me, that's the polite thing to do. You go after, the injured. Well, you go after the dead first. The dead, hopefully you catch them fresh, still warm.
Yeah, I mean, they're still preserved because they're frozen, so it's like a big freezer you're in anyway.
This is
true.
Start
a little bonfire. I would have to cook my meat, though. I'm not a big raw. I don't like my steaks medium rare. I'm pretty sure I don't want to like my people.
Well, normally I agree, but you'd be surprised what you do when you're
right. I think the movie like that too. This guy was kidnapped. I don't know if it was real. Most likely not. But he was kidnapping people and he was locking them away to see how long it would take for them to start eating each other.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it was horrible. They started just like eating each other. Like they ate the sick guy. They started on the sick guy, and then they went crazy from eating the flesh. They started eating each other. Like, oh, we don't like the taste of old flesh. We want new flesh, and they just started attacking each other. It was crazy. I'm gonna tell you the name of the title of the movie if I ever remember it, because it was pretty good.
But it happens. Just let it go. But people start off with a horse, because most of you people have dogs. You're sentimental. You don't want to do that. Go out to, Wyoming or some shit, catch a wild stallion, shoot it. You shoot, deer and antelope and elk. Anyway, what's a horse? Shoot the horse. You have a long time. Snack on them, prepare them. I'm sure there's recipes out there to cooking horse. I mean, we just talked about the other day a recipe for, semen recipes for your cocktails and your leg of lamb roast and what have you. There's got to be a recipe out there for horses. Season them up, eat them, and get used to it. From what I understand, supposedly corned beef is supposed to be horse. Don't know if that's true, but...
See, I would eat a dog before I eat a horse, because a horse is big enough to carry my ass to get some real food. That dog, I can't get on Lassie's back until I carry me to a steakhouse.
I'm not even talking about a desperate moment. I'm saying like right now. Like, just go out to get used to it.
I'd rather start with duck. I heard duck tastes just like chicken.
Duck is very similar to chicken, a little bit oilier, a little bit fattier, but prepared right, it's good stuff.
See, I'm gonna start with duck and then transition into horse. I can't just jump in straight to horse. That's just.
But don't you feel bad for eating I said a dog, not a duck.
I know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
So you do a horse first before a dog?
I would do a duck before I do anything else. A little swan or something.
What about pigeon?
No, I wouldn't do a pigeon. They have disease and they rude. I'm not eating a pigeon. They just
Since you want to eat them because they're rude?
no. Because they might try to eat me first. And whoever, we don't know how New York pigeon is. They unreliable. They just too bold for their own good. They are stupid.
They're stupid. I was observing these pigeons. Someone threw some bread on the floor, and these pigeons were, two pigeons were plucking at the bread, and it broke into like 3 medium-sized pieces. And they were still plucking it. And then these little birds, I don't know what they are, but the small little brown birds.
Something like that.
Just came in, snatched the one of the pieces, and flew away. These pigeons were still there, plucking at the other 2 pieces. Another sparrow came in, snatched the second piece, flew away. I'm like, how long is it going to take before these pigeons realize that they're going to get fucking robbed here? Never caught on. Another sparrow came, took the last piece, and then these pigeons was walking around like, oh shit, where'd our food go? I'm like, these pigeons are stupid as shit. So, you know, I don't think they'll even consider
I don't think I can eat a pigeon because I feel bad when I see like a one-legged pigeon, one-eyed pigeon. I just sit there and I pray like, oh,
one-eyed pigeon?
I've seen a one-eyed pigeon. Am I weird for that? When I see a hurt animal and I pray, I'm like, oh, God bless him.
Well, I mean, it's not going to help him, but, you know, it's a nice gesture.
It makes me feel a little better.
No, I felt bad when I was parked waiting for a friend of mine in Manhattan, and one of those little, I think it must have been a baby, like, you know, recently born sparrows or whatever it was, the brown ones, and he flew down next to the car, and traffic was here waiting for a light, and there was a truck, you know, next to me waiting for the light. And this sparrow little birdie flew down and was pecking away right in front of the wheel.
Oh.
And the light turned green, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, no, he's going to move. He's going to move. And the truck started rolling, and I guess because it was slow, and it just rolled, and I swear to you, I just heard, pop!
Oh,
I was like,
my God, that's
damn,
horrible.
it was fucked up. I felt, and of course I had to look and see what was left after the wheel rolled over, and it was just a little bloody stuck.
Because it was probably stuck underneath the tire, that's why.
Yeah, the rest of it, yeah. So, as long as it's dead, you know, you may as well, you know, grab a knife and fork, some salt, and some, you know, maybe some, you know, béarnaise sauce, and, you know, have yourself a little meal.
Don't Greeks eat like monkey brain and stuff? I heard at Greek restaurants they serve like monkey brain.
Haven't heard that, but it's possible. Again, you know, we have our food selection here, and
see, I don't really like monkeys. I would eat a monkey. I don't like them. I don't know why. It's just they rub me the wrong way, so I would eat a monkey.
Now, monkeys can tear you the fuck apart and kill you, but that you'll try to kill, but you won't kill a pigeon or a
It's killed to be killed.
Okay. Well, we'll be seeing Dina on the news after her failed attempt to capture a monkey for food. It was reported. Anyway, we will be back in a couple of minutes, folks.